Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, the Visitor Center is saving thousands of dollars in energy costs. Find out how they did it. Plus, the mayor reveals the state of the city. Just how are we doing? And we'll help you fill your family calendar. That and more coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Mickey Aceto. Thanks for joining us. Every year, Virginia Beach presents an annual address to recognize the city's accomplishments, challenges, and plans for the future. So, how's our city faring? In front of a packed audience at the Convention Center, Mayor Sessoms addressed those concerns during the annual State of the City address.
I'm not breaking any news to anyone here when I say the weight of this long recession has worn down the budgets of every state, every city, every county, and every town in the country. Virginia Beach is not an island. Factors larger than us, like the continued shrinking of residential real estate and commercial property values, are putting the squeeze on the city and the school budgets. Yet, our track record of fiscal management is outstanding and has been a saving grace. Our debt is modest, and our conservative fiscal policies are paying big dividends.
The mayor acknowledged some of the challenges we face in light of a slow economy, but it was also a time to celebrate the city's accomplishments.
The city of Virginia Beach has enjoyed national recognition and local economic success. Our city is listed as 12th among cities that can give you a career boost, and that's getting better too. Virginia Beach now has its first Fortune 500 company.
The mayor also looked to the future. His vision for the city's next 20 years included plans for a 19th Street Entertainment and Convention Hotel, the need for renewable and sustainable energy, and the importance of regional road projects like a third crossing.
Everyone knows we need a crossing to help move traffic between Southside and the peninsula of Hampton Roads. The crossing bottleneck gets worse every year. We must make it crystal clear that we need and support Patriots Crossing.
A copy of the State of the City address is available on vbgov.com. A recorded version will also air on VBTV beginning April 17th. Log on to vbgov.com/VBTV for dates and times. One of the issues the mayor touched upon during this annual address was reducing the city's carbon footprint, and we're happy to report that the Visitor Center is now one step closer to becoming an energy-efficient building.
The Commonwealth of Virginia has named Virginia Beach as a green destination, and we take sustainability very seriously.
And sustainability was the goal as the Convention and Visitors Bureau teamed up with Public Works to do an energy audit at the Visitor Center.
Well, one of our recent focuses, with the lack of resources that we're experiencing lately, is to see if we can save money in the area of energy use.
And several months after the audit was completed and changes made, the results are finally in. The building has seen a significant reduction in energy.
Over the last 4 months, we've looked at December through March and compared it to the previous year, and our energy use is down 37%.
The team achieved the drop thanks to changes like putting your computer in a low power state.
The two biggest consumers of power in your system is going to be your monitors and your hard drives that are in the systems.
Changing inefficient light bulbs.
What we would be replacing them with would be a T8 light, which puts out the same amount of brightness or lumens for about 30% less energy.
And making heating and air conditioning improvements.
And this unit is 20% more efficient in cooling than the old unit, and can heat the building at 1/3 the cost of the old electrical strip heaters.
The energy savings equate to savings of approximately $5,000 a year. The city recently received a $4 million grant from the Department of Energy to pay for these energy-efficient changes. 11 other buildings will be retrofitted as well to help reduce the city's carbon footprint. It was the athletes' night to shine during the Virginia Beach Sports Club's 58th annual Jamboree.
The sole purpose of the Jamboree, besides honoring these outstanding athletes and coaches, is to provide funding for our scholarship program. Currently, we provide 11 scholarships of $2,500 each to the public school system.
Outstanding male and female athletes from each of Virginia Beach's 11 public schools were honored, as well as coaches. Each student received a trophy and, more importantly, a sense of pride in their accomplishments.
I'm really happy. It means a lot, actually, that I put so much effort and time into softball and that someone's actually acknowledging that.
The Virginia Beach Sports Club has been giving out scholarships since 1952. 23 athletes and 4 coaches were recognized at the annual Jamboree. For thousands of years, the Japanese have been celebrating the blooming of the cherry blossoms. In fact, the festival has become so popular that cities around the nation have joined in on the fun, including Virginia Beach. Welcome to the 7th Annual Cherry Blossom Festival at Redwing Park.
It's very important to celebrate the diversity of culture that we have in Virginia Beach, and also to highlight our natural resources and our city resources. This is an absolutely beautiful park. So much of it was done with volunteers. So much of it's been done with people from overseas, and you know, Virginia Beach is a great place to live, and this is the kind of stuff we need to celebrate and be a part of.
The event celebrates the sister city relationship between Virginia Beach and the city of Miyazaki, Japan. And citizens got a taste of life in Japan thanks to musical performances, martial art demonstrations, and even dancing. Although festive, the event also paid respect to the lives lost during the recent earthquake and tsunami.
Well, this year is extremely important because the terrible natural disaster which took place in Japan, we want to extend our prayers and good wishes to all the people back home. At the same time, let them know that we are their friends and we really care about their recovery process.
Miyazaki and Virginia Beach have enjoyed a sister city relationship since 1992. The trees serve as a symbol of peace and charity between the two cities. Now that spring has sprung and temperatures are finally warming up, it's time to start filling in your family calendar, and Access Virginia Beach is here to help. Visit Mount Trashmore on Saturday, April 23rd from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. where you can enjoy the 11th Annual American Indian Pow Wow, a celebration of life for all people. Participate in intertribal dancing, check out Indian-inspired crafts, and learn about the Native American culture. Earth Day is right around the corner and is also taking place at Trashmore on Sunday, May 1st. Grab your friends and family and check out this free event that boasts interactive activities, e-cycling, live music, dumpster diving, and much more. The fun begins at 11 a.m. and goes until 4. And finally, grab your 4-legged friends and head out to Redwing Park for a howling good time. The 20th Annual K9 Carnival takes place on Saturday, May 14th, beginning at 10 a.m. and is free and open to the public. Come paw to paw with K9 demonstrations, displays, and much more. For more information on these events, log on to vbgov.com/parks or give them a call at 385-2990. Coming up next on Access Virginia Beach, we'll show you how to avoid burglar alarm scams in this month's Consumer Affairs Tip. Plus, it's time to boogie. The Friday night Hoedowns are back at the Farmers Market. We'll bring you the details when we return. They are the largest volunteer-based group of its kind in the country. They respond to over 40,000 calls a year. They have saved countless lives. We're talking about Virginia Beach's Volunteer Emergency Medical Services, and they're looking for you to join the ranks. From medical emergencies to life-saving interventions, EMS volunteers are state certified, highly trained, and ready to respond around the clock. Training classes are held regularly and are tuition-free. So if you're ready to make a difference and can commit 48 hours a month, then volunteer for Virginia Beach EMS. Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Mickey Aceto. There are hundreds of scams out there that swindle consumers out of their hard-earned money. The Consumer Affairs program wants to make sure that you're protected. To help spread awareness, here's Macy Pridgeon with more.
Hello, I'm Macy Pridgeon, Public Information Officer for the Virginia Beach Commonwealth Attorney's Office. Many families spend their hard-earned money on protecting their homes with electronic security systems. But before purchasing one, there are several things you need to be aware of. Any company that sells or monitors electronic security systems must be licensed by the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services. The contract must contain the DCJS business license number. Upon your request, a security salesperson must present credentials issued by DCJS, such as photo identification or letter of registration. You can also verify that the business has a valid license by calling DCJS or by logging on to dcjs.virginia.gov. What do you do if the company cannot provide proof of registration? Take the information the salesperson gives you and advise them you will call them after you have verified their credentials. Call DCJS and provide the name of the person in the company they work for and wait for verification. So when it comes to electronic home security systems, here's the bottom line. Don't do business with a company that is not licensed and registered. Also, use caution. If your neighborhood is being inundated with unsolicited salespeople who are aggressively selling or using scare tactics, call the police, and then call the Department of Criminal Justice Services. More information as well as complaint forms are available online at dcjs.virginia.gov, or you can call 804-225-2782.
This message was brought to you by the Office of the Commonwealth's Attorney, keeping citizens informed because forewarned is forearmed.
For consumer concerns or information on safety recalls, call the Consumer Affairs Office at 385-6373. On the corner of Dam Neck and Princess Anne Roads sits a country market that offers local produce, unique shopping, and down-home cooking. But that's not all the farmers market has to offer. Here's Lindy Fay with the story.
The Virginia Beach Farmers Market first opened their doors in April 1976, and now more than 30 years later, they continue to offer some of the best produce our agricultural community has to offer. But as the sun sets on Friday nights, the market is transformed into some good old boot-scooting fun.
It's a good, clean fun. Nice place to go to. You got a place to dance. You have some good bands. It all come out here, and you know we thoroughly enjoy it. Everybody enjoys it.
Every Friday night from 7 to 10 p.m., you can tap your toes to country or bluegrass music. And of course, there's no shortage of dancing.
Dancing is good. Square dancing, clogging, twisting, line dancing. They have plenty of dancing.
The Hoedowns run from May through October and are free and open to the public.
There's not many places that you can go for free and not have to pay, and actually you can bring your own dinner if you wanted or whatever, and it's all age groups. You know, it's no alcohol allowed because we are part of the city, and so it's just a nice, friendly place to come.
Both young and old can cut a rug at the weekly family event that has been held for over a quarter of a century.
Got a lot of good memories. A lot of good memories here.
This is what it's all about. That's why the market is so important to the city of Virginia Beach, because people have a place to go on a beautiful summer evening.
Family fun, lasting memories, and a history rich in agriculture. The farmers market has it all. Reporting for VBTV, I'm Lindy Fay.
The Hoedown season is already in full swing. A different band plays each week, and the fun begins at 7 p.m. every Friday. You can check out the schedule by logging on to vbgov.com/farmersmarket. And don't forget to bring a lawn chair or blanket. Since March 11th, when a 9.0 magnitude earthquake and ensuing tsunami rocked Japan, people from around the world have opened their hearts by sending much-needed supplies. Here in Virginia Beach, high school band students from across the city joined in on the fundraising efforts by performing a special concert. Band-Aid 2 for the people of Japan gathered 114 musicians from all 11 beach high schools for a concert at Princess Anne High School. John Boyd, director of bands at the school, came up with the idea with some help from his wife.
My wife actually came up with the idea of rekindling our Band-Aid that we did back in 2001, 2002 to help the New York City firefighters and police departments.
Students performed several musical selections inspired by Japan, while video and photos of the disaster played for the audience. The concert also included a special citywide high school honors ensemble that performed under the direction of John Brewington, Fine Arts Coordinator for the school division.
It's unprecedented, it's unheard of to pull together a concert of this magnitude in just a couple of weeks' time. But the events of the world have really brought these people together. They're very excited to be able to come together and do this for our school division and for the people of Japan especially.
High school academy programs like the ones at Tallwood and Princess Anne High connect students with an international focus.
As our world gets smaller, Virginia Beach Schools is looking farther outward. So the students are all taught already at the schools about a very worldwide, global outlook on things. So they're happy to be able to contribute to the world community.
Concert goers paid a $10 admission fee, which will go towards fundraising for the relief efforts. Clothing and toys were also collected for various charities around the city. Donations from the citizens around the city are helping the cause. In fact, more than $4,000 was raised at the recent Cherry Blossom Festival. If you would like to help out with the Princess Anne High School effort, contact them at 648-5600. When we return, kindergarten registration is right around the corner. We'll tell you what you need. Plus, find out why these students are dressed to impress. That's in just a bit.
Teachers, are you looking for a way to make history come alive for your students? The Union Kempsville Museum tells the story of the first and only school for African American children in segregated Princess Anne County. Located at the Renaissance Academy in Virginia Beach, the museum contains artifacts from the school's history like old photographs, athletic equipment, and prom queen crowns. Interactive features keep the stories of triumph alive. The school may be closed, but the legacy lives on. Plan a field trip to the Union Kempsville Museum, a story for all people.
Discover a force in nature that will make your hair stand up on end. Ride the tides and see how the sun can create electricity. See what it took to bring about man's first flight and tap into your magnetic personality. It will be the best time you will ever have. Okay, there is your birthday, but it's fun. Join me, Pilot Lindy, on the next How in the World.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Mickey Aceto. Parents, do you have a youngster who will be 5 years old on or before September 2011? If so, then mark your calendars for the kindergarten open house. At 9 a.m. on Tuesday, April 26th, parents are invited to bring their future kindergartners to participate in an open house. Meet teachers, learn about student health insurance, register your child, and participate in a variety of activities during this fun event. Registration will be conducted at all elementary schools except Newtown, Betty F. Williams, and Old Nation Center. Parents, make sure you bring 2 proofs of residence, your child's birth certificate, social security number, and immunization records. You can find out more about the kindergarten enrollment requirements and tips on how to prepare your child for kindergarten on the vbschools.com website. Access Virginia Beach consistently brings you stories about the efforts between schools and partnering organizations that promote students' academic and personal growth. In this next story, one local financial organization has partnered with the school division to teach students how to manage their money.
And this is how I get paid.
These decked-out 9-to-5 business-minded students at Glenwood Elementary may be paying a little closer attention to the morning paper or the 6 o'clock news.
What are shares?
Stuff you buy from a company.
Okay. And where do you purchase shares?
That's because they are learning the trade of stockbroking. Well, sort of.
We do Mass Mutual Mondays every Monday, and the students are learning about finances and the stock market and making good choices with Mass Mutual Mondays.
And then you're going to say, my delta is 2.6% positive.
Financial advisors from Mass Mutual teamed up with 10 schools across the division, teaching the students financial responsibility in a fun way.
What we're doing, long story short, is
we're giving the students pretend money, around $1,000, letting them invest that money in the stock market. And doing so, they chose a company which they felt would be a good financial decision. And then week by week, every 2 weeks, we're calculating the stock price and their initial investment to see if they lost money, or hopefully if they made money. We talk about how much they did and why that happened.
And a lot of the times that is
Every other week, these Glenwood students alternate with another class learning how to make sense out of sound financial management.
So I felt that to really help out the schools, to bring someone from business who does finance profession into the schools through the Partnership in Education program. In doing so, we can teach these basic principles.
And across town, the financial lessons continued as students from Green Run Elementary learned the principles of bartering, courtesy of another Education Foundation grant.
You guys are going to have to barter and trade some goodies that we have.
We're having a financial fitness week where we have the guests from the Virginia Beach Schools Credit Union come in and work with our kids on financial literacy.
I think it's good for the people.
In this lesson, students had to make choices.
Or do you just want to keep what's in your bag and you don't want to trade or barter anything?
Choices that they can begin to recognize and deal with on an everyday basis.
We hope that they understand that their financial literacy is important, that they need to think about spending, they need to think about saving. We don't want them to grow into adults that are unprepared to deal with their own budgets and their own expenses.
All right, you guys start dumping bags out. I guess
Friendly deals and smiles filled the library during the lesson. Volunteers from Green Run's Partner in Education, NAS Oceana, reinforced the message.
Most importantly, it helps them to understand where their parents are, because kids at this age have a huge amount of wants, and of course as parents they always have to say, no, it's not in our budget, no, it's not in our budget. So it helps the kids to understand that their parents do have constraints on their own finances.
And as a reminder, both of these stories were made possible through grants bestowed by the School's Education Foundation. For more information, call 263-1337 or visit online at vbef.org. Empty cereal boxes, old newspapers, even toilet paper rolls. Sounds like garbage headed for the recycle bin, but these items have a much more important place to go.
It's going to go to the SPCA to help the animals.
Glenwood Elementary students, staff, and parents teamed up to collect this gigantic load for the animals at the Virginia Beach SPCA.
We have dog food to feed the animals, some medicine to make them feel better, boxes for them to maybe play with or something.
And with more than 4,000 animals a year to take care of, the shelter can definitely use the help.
We need supplies. We are a charity, so anything that people can bring and donate to the shelter is so appreciated. So what they've done here is monumental for the animals.
The month-long effort was part of the school's Grant-A-Wish program.
It makes me feel excited that we can help all the animals and that they don't have to live, and that they don't have to be hurt anymore.
The SPCA plans to use the donations for the health and happiness of all their furry critters. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Log on to vbgov.com/eStream, then find and click on Access Virginia Beach. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Nikki Sato. Thanks for watching.